The path that leads to the truth is littered with the bodies of the ignorant. Miyamoto Musashi. My friends, the way you are not one of those ignorant bodies littering the path is by educating yourself, and that is each and every day, 10 to 15 minutes. That's all we ask you. Learn by doing, which is the best and really the only way to learn how to do this. Don't worry about how long it takes, because once you master the charts, you'll make up for all the time you ever spent. Let's jump into these charts. It is a down day for everything except Bitcoin, up just a little bit, 0.22. Let's jump first into the S&P 500, pulling back a little bit, just under 0.5%, 0.48%. We have a green up candle. That, of course, is from the up movement we saw starting last week on Monday the 29th, and then bumping up again on Monday as things just sort of built and pushed on through. You can see in particular how we see it on the 2-day chart. We've got 3 green up candles. This latest candle, which is going to be the Tuesday-Wednesday candle, has another day to grow. We can see how the volume for the last 4 days, has not hit average. When we look at the today, it was average in the morning, then fell off in the afternoon. Again, starting the week off slow on volume. You can see on the weekly that green candle again is reflecting what? It's reflecting all those prior green candles on the half day that ended up making it what it is. So we will keep an eye on it as we watch. As you know, we're just into Tuesday. We got 3 more days to go. We'll see if indeed, and again, things being equal, everything tends toward the mean, pulling back a little bit for the day, but we'll watch and see. This one, we don't do our trades until Friday, so we see how the week shapes up. Look at the NASDAQ pulling back a considerable bit more, 1.85%. Now, what's interesting about that is that has gone now to, of course, a red spinning top, as opposed to what it was yesterday. We saw things bump up Monday, but then pull back sharply below that trend line. We had a doji 2 weeks ago. Last week, red spinning top. This week, red spinning top. And again, a big pullback, 1.85%. We had lots of volume. Well, lots of volume. We had average volume last week and the week before. Not quite the week before that, but we go back to the interim high on the 1st of June. And of course, that had popped up. I think that's the high, 747.83. Yep, and 740. Yeah, so just make sure 747.83. That was the week beginning the 1st of June. Then it was down, then it was up, then it was a doji. Last week a spinning top, this week a spinning top right now. We'll see how it continues to go. May find ourselves going short. Again, as things have just sort of spun around here with nothing definitive in the last several weeks. We've been hanging on, waiting, watching, seeing which way it's going to go. Let's look at where we are with 20-year U.S. government bonds. They are down again today. They just crossed over hard after a green spinning top last week. You can see where that down move really started stroking it back on Tuesday, the 30th of June on this half-day chart. Really pushed through hard in the morning on Wednesday and has just continued. That is Wednesday, the 1st of July, and just continued down since then. Of course, this is a nice clean crossover. Wish we would have had average volume and a red spinning top. We had a green one, but again, things have flipped over this week strong. We'll continue to watch as we move toward Friday. What's up with gold? Gold down for the day, 1.21%. We can see on the 2-day chart, continuing on all of this push with some green candles lining up here on the half day, but really peeling off in the afternoon on Tuesday. Turned into a doji. You can hardly even see the candle here. It is above the weekly trend line, but we'll wait and see as the week continues to develop if it's going to keep going down or if it's going to resume this upward trajectory that really started in earnest, I would say, on Wednesday, the 1st of July. It was sort of just hanging along this bottom that we see. We put this potential support level here, and is it going to bounce off that? If it crosses through, then all bets are off. What about HODL? Well, it's sitting right on the support level right now on that weekly chart. It's pushed up to it on the 2-day and up above it on the half-day and above that weekly trend line. So we'll keep an eye on it. Is HODL finding a bottom, or is it just taking a breather, getting a little up move, getting ready to hammer back down? Well, we'll see as the week continues. That is where we are, my friends. Of course, Patreon members, we've already put out for you your 5-day plus analysis, trade execution summary grid. I don't know that I agree with the probability of listed there on it for the S&P 500. It gives it a really strong, like 75% chance up. You can read the analysis, but we'll see. I mean, sometimes running just the numbers surprises me, but I'll be surprised. That's where we are. Thanks so much for being with us. If you want to help underwrite the cost of the channel and you want to become a Patreon member, of course, first thing we send you is my latest book. That is 3-Wave Trading Advantage, along with the 3-parts video series, Options Made Simple, The Charting Wealth Way. If you want to learn about options, great way to jump in them so you can start practice trading them immediately. I do appreciate you being with us. God bless. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth.